voluntary annexation and developing property adjacent to Waxhaw. And along the same lines, we are also seeing rezoning discussions increase with developers related to specific projects. Again, that has also picked up just in a short time of time. And it's the difficult part of particularly the last one here, but also the voluntary annexation issue is that we talked about being in this land use no man's land of having an antiquated future land use plan. We do have a new future land use plan that we're really working off of, but we also have the antiquated UDO that we're working to update. So the issue has been that we're seeing a pickup in development at a time when we're transitioning over to a new future land use plan and a new UDO. So it's not a great position to be in, but we're doing the best we can. At our economic development retreat a few weeks ago, one of the issues or items that came out of there was to develop a developable property identification map. So for economic development projects, we wanted to create a map. These are the large tracts that are still available in Waxhaw or adjacent to Waxhaw. These are the water utilities that are available, the wastewater utilities that are available, the zoning that's in place. So we're developing a map to really help us hone in on economic development sites as we discussed the need to desire to diversify our property tax base. And related along those same lines, we've already had a number of discussions with Union County about really gaining an understanding of the water and sewer system in Waxhaw. Obviously, it's hard to develop property when there's not particularly water and sewer infrastructure in place. So we really need to get a good handle on not only where it is in place, what are their plans for future expansion, and what are the issues related to the line capacity in some of those lines that are out there and undersized. So really, the whole idea there is to get a better understanding. We want to know as much about the water and sewer system in Waxhaw as the county does. Waxhaw brand update. The board directed staff to work with the Main Street committees and really re-energizing the town's brand. That work is underway. We'll have a social media workshop on Mondays, I believe. At the tail end of that, we're going to do some do a presentation on the brand. It's Monday. Working lunch. Okay. So during the lunch on Monday, we're going to go over an update on the Millennial Task Force. We will be coming back to the board in January with some recommendations on establishing a Millennial Task Force. Mayor-elect Maher, myself, Fred Burrell, and Stewart went to a seminar today in Gastonia. One of the main topics of conversation was millennials and how you attract millennials to your community. That's the big demographic out there. And I'm an Xer, and I just got passed up, and nobody ever wanted Xers. Okay, except for Waxhaw. But anyway, so the recommendation of establishing that task force, what the responsibilities will be, what the makeup of that task force would look like, all that will come to the board in January. Switching over to Parks and Rec, YMCA. Site plan for that is completed. Concept plan, check. So joint use agreement, Natalie Jackson, her quote was we're 99% complete. So we're 99% complete with the joint use agreement. That will be coming forward to the board. In addition to that, the purchase of property of the 13 acres, and Natalie's going to go do a presentation after this on that, so she'll still work on that. Go ahead.
The joint use was approved by the board. Will not come back because we didn't know our time frames, but they saw it at 98%.
Okay.
It was just really tweaking because of the site plan, so they have already approved that.
Yeah, they gave the manager the authority to do the final tweak. So,
Yes.
so the bottom line is we're almost. I apologize. So we are almost done with finalizing the joint use agreement. Carolina Bread Trail, the bridge, the first North Carolina South Carolina connection, is still in progress. However, we hope for a early 2016 grand opening. I think the weather's kind of knocked us back somewhat. However, it's still moving forward with the construction of that bridge, and we're looking at early 2016 as far as having it open. Downtown Park, that is also, the plan for that is also being tweaked. I know we've got more work to do on that. We're not ready for prime time on that yet. But in addition to finalizing the plan, I know Natalie's going to be working on a Part F grant application to the state of North Carolina for funding for part of that park. Free City USA, the application has been submitted. That will be, so if we get the designation, it'll be the 8th year, 6th year. Okay, getting all this. So the 6th year, consecutive year, but it has been submitted as of last week, and Natalie Jackson and Mary and Morton Todd did a great job getting all that put together. One of the things that we tasked Natalie with related to the improvements to Kensington Drive is it's an opportunity for a pedestrian connection either along that roadway or along parts of that roadway, connecting the Waxhaw Marvin Road area all the way up to the town center area and beyond. So in addition to the actual road work design on Kensington Drive, we're also going to focus on pedestrian connectivity related to that project. Okay, so here's the final, here's some things that are in progress or soon to be in progress. We still have to have a conversation about the disposition of town-owned property. That'll be more than likely in the form of a special workshop. That was one of the board's priorities for this fiscal year, so that is still to be done. Now that Dennis Rory's on board, we're going to be really ramping up our whole public infrastructure analysis and inspection, really getting a handle on the infrastructure that's been installed, particularly during the boom phase, and going back and making sure infrastructure, namely roadways and stormwater, was installed to the proper specifications, and if not, what's the issue, what needs to be corrected. We also, this will be more part of the budget development process for FY16-17. Okay. Yes, sir.
On the infrastructure analysis inspection, I'm not trying to blindside, but our community had a board meeting, and they would welcome a status on the progress on the road turnover and what has to happen. They were very cordial about it, but well, I'm just saying, it's been out there for a while, and they're just getting a little bit nervous as they transition their boards to new groups, etc. That's all happening.
That's a great point. If you look at the roadway map in Waxhaw, I've got one hanging in my office. There's three types of roads. There's state-owned roads, there's town-owned roads, and then there are private roads. And then there's actually another category. There are private roads that are orphan roads that nobody owns, which is some of what Mr. Maher is referring to. There are a tremendous amount of private roads that have yet to be turned over by developers or HOAs to the town, and there are a number of those that there's some question about ownership due to having gone through the Great Recession and some of the developers having gone under, and there's a question about who actually owns some of these roadways. So that is something that we're trying to sort out. Nuisance code enforcement, we've talked about this. I think our whole nuisance code ordinance needs to be revisited and more than likely rewritten. It doesn't have no teeth. And I think there are more, we've talked about this before, there are more code enforcement issues in the community than I think what some folks will recognize and what you might realize. But anyway, so that's something that we're going to have to tackle, not this year, but next. The annual audit is being finalized, and that will be coming to you more than likely in January. Social media training Monday and Tuesday of next week, specifically Monday, and more specialized on Tuesday. Website redesign and project tracking. We are, Lisa Hoffman is working on website redesign, and we had talked about, we did a presentation early on a few months ago about like a system in place where folks can go to the town's website. For example, the Forest Hill Church project, if you wondered what that project was, you could be able to go into the town's website, click on it, and pull up all the information related to what that project's all about. So with the website redesign, when we get that done, we're also going to have a project tracking or project identification mechanism in our website that will allow folks to be informed about development occurring in Waxhaw if they have any questions. Communications policy, Lisa Hoffman is also working on that. That will be something that will come to the board. New personnel policy, Wendy has done a lot of work, and I'll, just to be quite honest, I haven't had the time to dive into that. I know how that needs to be done, and I need to be able to set the time to decide to do that right. So Wendy and I will work on that. We do have a personnel policy in place, just as a and finally, I've also started working on the performance measurement benchmarking program. I've got the template in place to really start that program, and that was an objective of mine in the course this fiscal year. And with that, I'll answer any questions or any comments.
No?
We've got a lot going on.
Thank you.
All right, next up will be Ms. Jackson, presenting on the YMCA Town of Waxhaw 13-acre park progress.
I may stand over here, it'll probably be easier with the presentation. As you see, we have three symbols in this, so we'll be going into a little bit more about how Union County has jumped in to work with the town of Waxhaw and the YMCA on this exciting project. So just to remind ourselves of the context of the YMCA project, the YMCA coming to Waxhaw is first in a recruitment of an awesome amenity for our citizens. Secondly, it's about the park. It's definitely about the park, but first about it bringing the Y to Waxhaw. Okay, the land purchase. As our town manager said, we are coming to the finish line on our land purchase, and that is a date that's very fluid, and it all is contingent on when the Y closes. The town will simply close 2 days later by our agreement. And I always look to Chaplain. What's the date now that we had?
December 16th is the tentative date, but I believe it would probably get pushed out because it does, but I don't think they're going to get beyond the fiscal year, so I think it will happen all in December.
Yep, so it's very, very exciting. We're ready for it, so we're simply waiting for that date to go ahead and sign up the dotted line. Would be acquiring a 13-acre park. The YMCA would be acquiring 16 acres their acquisition at a cost of approximately $1.3 million. But of course, the cost avoidance as presented by Commissioner Maher several months ago is in the millions, because the Y coming means the town of Waxhaw itself will not have to build a facility of that magnitude for its citizens. So we're very, very fortunate that they want to be here. We now have a county partnership that is intertwined with our YMCA partnership. And essentially, though, we have been speaking with the county. They've been absolutely wonderful to work with. And to develop our 13-acre park, we are approaching the county and have already, but will officially approach them in January, about a little bit of encroachment onto the property that is adjacent to our 13-acre park. That will help us to get sports fields on in the configuration that we want, that the YMCA desires and the town desires. So we expect that to be a very good outcome, and of course, you never want to say anything until it's said and done. So we have great reason to be very optimistic about that. So,
County staff has been very supportive of that.
yes.
And their recommendation to the county board of commissioners would be to approve that, but that's the step that we have yet to take. I think the January meeting we're scheduled to go.
First meeting in January is our understanding, and we do have a backup plan if they don't approve it. We're good either way. And I pretty much covered that. Okay, this is absolutely concept at this point. This drawing represents our ability to meet the needs of the letter of intent and meet the agreement that we started out with the YMCA. And in that LOI, we started out with 2 U18 fields. But in examining the site constraints, we found that we could not put 2 full U18 fields on the property. So we went back to the drawing board with the YMCA, and we were able to determine that we could have 1 U18 size field and 2 U11 fields. But with 2 U11 fields, you can see that's where the county comes in. This is a county property, and we would have a need to encroach approximately 3.5 acres on the county property. But in meeting with them, they identified to us if we were to encroach where they want us to do that, and so we followed that, working with land design, who we've been working with. And so, again, we've met the objectives they've already asked us to, and this is what we came up with.
And just one kudos to Natalie. She worked through the county on their comprehensive plan. One of the things related to recreation was they made a statement that their goal was to partner with municipalities just in situations like this where they could be a partner, not necessarily a financial putting money into the project, but when they could participate from a land perspective, they'd be willing to consider that. So she had caught that and we're using that.
We lovingly reminded them that that was in the new master plan. So
Excuse me,
Yes.
could you tell us where this is located, please?
yes, sir. It is located. The best way I can tell you is off of Highway 16. You know where Harris Teeter is, that
Yes.
complex?
Yes.
Well, before you get to that on 16, essentially that land right there, you're going to see the YMCA, and behind that will be the town park. So you will be able to access it off of Kensington Drive, right here. So essentially, as soon as you turn onto Kensington Drive, you can take it to that. Okay, the joint use agreement, as Warren had said, 99% complete. We have a long-term partnership, and that is simply for sustainability of both what the Y is bringing and what we are bringing to the table. So it is a 25-year agreement with the opportunity for 3 additional 10-year extensions. So we're in this for the long haul. The joint use agreement, I just wanted to give you some highlights of the joint use agreement. In it, of course, are the multi-purpose fields that we spoke about, and the YMCA, with regard to the 13-acre park that's in with regard to the fields, will have priority use but not exclusive use of those fields. The town will be able to facilitate rental of those fields for our citizens. In addition, the park will include a pavilion, bathrooms, green space. The pond is still there. We've gone back and forth on what's to the pond. The pond remains. Possible walking trails and back to the Kensington Drive, what I like to say upgrade. We have some awesome opportunities for trail connectivity that can link up to the YMCA property and the YMCA park. It's actually really exciting. The north end of town, how it can really connect up very nice for everyone. So we've definitely been looking at those opportunities and trying to get that program in as we come up with a plan. And then, of course, park. The town will construct the park. Our estimated cost each year is about $350 for the next 3 years. And the YMCA, once the park is in place, will maintain that park. That cost will not be on the town. It will be a YMCA expense. And then the co-scheduling of the park itself will happen in a way that the YMCA takes the lead with real-time transparency and collaboration between their office and the Parks and Rec office. Okay, the joint use agreement, at least 10,000 square feet are expected in the agreement for their first phase. And that's at least 10,000. There could be more based upon their capital fundraising efforts. At least 50,000 square feet in 10 years is mentioned in our joint use agreement. And we could see this YMCA facility go to between 85,000 and 100,000 square feet based upon what they can do with fundraising. But if you know the Morrison Y, you can kind of picture that for a visual on what the total aspiration is. Potential amenities are the things that they're known very well for. Their exercise facilities, health and fitness, locker rooms, the gym. We know so many citizens are interested in the pool. They definitely are interested in the pool as well. They definitely are looking at the pool, but we can't say for sure because they still have to go to the fundraising. And of course, recreation programming typical of the YMCA, and we know they're very good in that area. Okay, there is a non-competition clause in the agreement that is limited to the park, so we are going to be good partners and good neighbors in the use of the park. But that in no way limits the town of Waxhaw from being able to do what it needs to do as it grows and bring quality of life initiatives through the Parks and Rec Department. So we wanted to make sure that we had a lot of creative license as we grow to bring the citizens what they need. And of course, we also did our very best within the agreement to put some language in there that forced us to continuously communicate and formally communicate on vetting out opportunities for citizens, in particular those citizens that are not going to be Y members. How can we add some additional benefit? So I wanted to share some of the language of the board that is contained within the joint use agreement. But essentially, we have an opportunity to get together on an annual basis, and sometimes, in some cases, sooner, to co-develop programs, possibly develop some sneak peek opportunities for citizens where maybe the pool opens tomorrow, but Waxhaw citizens get to go in the day before, that type of thing. So the sky's the limit on what we can do, but we really felt that it was very important to formalize that language in the agreement, so it really happens. And, everybody has good intentions, but we'll hold ourselves to doing it because we have formally in the agreement. So we're really excited about that. Any questions? All right. Thank you very much. And I wanted to take one quick moment to recognize Chaplain. Our town attorney is the best town attorney on the planet. So he has been an incredible resource in this process. And I just want to thank you from the public. You are. It's on the record. It's on the record.
All right, thanks, Natalie. All right, there is. Next up, we have old business. First up for old business is discussion and possible action on petition RZ-003687, 2015. This is a request by Development Solutions Group on behalf of Tanner Ridge LLC for a rezoning/map amendment on parcel 05-138-026 and 05-138-027 from CU to C3 as conditional use general commercial to NMX neighborhood mixed use located on Waxhaw Marvin Road. The presenter for this evening will be Mr. Rice.
The presentation has previously been given to the board, but I did want to bring up the map of the property and just give everybody kind of a reminder of where it is. This is Waxhaw Marvin Road. This is going out of town. Downtown will be over here. This is the back of the Howie Barn. This is the athletic barn, the cell tower, and the equipment rental facility. And you can see the property inside the green box. The request is to go from CUC3 to NMX, and it has had its public hearing at November 10th meeting. And if you have any questions, I'm glad to answer.
Chris, could you just remind us real quick what the line of the middle again was?
Oh, yes, sir. It's actually two pieces of property. The total, the application is to rezone two pieces of property. It's this one and this one, and it totals 7.34 acres. And again, I'll be happy to answer any questions if anybody has any.
So when the downtown code was put into place, it was the intent for that to expand at a certain point in time?
Originally, well, yeah, the downtown vision plan shows this property at some point in the future being part of the downtown area. But when the downtown code was adopted in the area that applied to, this property was not included in it. But the way the downtown code is written, the way the downtown vision plan is written, is that this property was envisioned to be NMX zoning, which is what they're requesting. But after the downtown area had been expanded to it, and the NMX district or the downtown districts have been reviewed and augmented in any way that they felt was necessary. But the downtown vision plan does envision this as being part of the downtown area at some point.
Was there a time frame for that to happen?
There was no specific time frame in the downtown vision.
In essence, you're saying this is moving faster than the speed that.
Yes.
I guess it's hard to describe. I'm looking through all the permitted uses in this, in the NMX sector. There's a lot of, can you run it down the street?
I don't have the list of uses for the NMX.
Because it's in general office, but that's supplementary regulations. What does that mean?
That use is allowed. It's a by right use.
Right.
But there are supplemental regulations that will go along with that.
Can't be too big or something of that nature.
Right. It may have to do with more buffering. It may have to do with parking, that kind of stuff. But it is a by right.
It's a myriad of things that could be.
Yes. I will say that the applicant is here tonight. If you have any questions for him, but as he has said in previous meetings, the intended project for this is town. But again, just to remind everybody, and remind the people in the audience, this is a general use zone. So anything that is allowed in that table of uses in section 21 would ultimately be allowed.
If I look at this theater, indoor movie, live performance, you have a small theater in there, would be permitted use, right?
Yes, sir. Anything in any of the uses that you see allowed in the table are allowed by right. They may have supplemental regulations. The only time there's any difference is there may be a use that might require a conditional use permit. But for the most part, the uses that are in the downtown code are allowed by right.
Personally, I like this idea. It's really improvement. I have some concerns that we're going to end up with the same thing as we're doing all the flag about the apartments. Because, we're not approving apartments, we're approving alternate permanent uses to the property. Honestly, across the street, there's really industrial going to be between railroad tracks and Waxhaw Road. It's got a rental store across the street. And athletic corner and then a dog kennel. Townhouses are very appropriate for that location.
Again, the applicant is here. If you have any questions for him, maybe he can allay some concern. He is here.
Okay with the group? Would like to add anything? Or answer any questions?
My name is Ken Olson, my company is Development Solutions Group. Thank you for the opportunity to be part of the all tonight. The reason that we went with the mixed use zone is because we wanted to support and embrace the land use future plan for that area. It's a shorter process than it would be to run with a PD plan. And honestly, it's a less expensive process. Our intent is to do what we've done in other areas like we just recently did at Fort Mill, where we have embracing the desire of the community to have more higher density housing in that area. That'll help support downtown businesses, reduce sprawl, and will also help us keep merchants in that area, keep people down there to support this. We have a very small scope, we're going to be between 40 and 49 units. That's what